Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, Carolyn. This is Carolina, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about 5 years post-gender confirmation surgery. I can't believe it's been 5 years since I went all the way to Montreal, Canada, and I had surgery with the genius, Dr. Pierre Brassard. His information will be in the description below. And what will be different about this video in particular, because you guys know I have tons of other videos about this, playlist below as well, is that in this video, I will be focusing on 3 specific points of interest. These are questions that I get asked all the time, and I want to try to answer them all in one video. The first topic is anatomy. What does it look like? The second topic is sensitivity. What does it feel like? And the third one is sex. How do you do it? I will do my best to answer all of this and be very candid, very detailed, and very honest with you guys. But before I do, I wanted to talk to you guys about our sponsor for this video. It's called Fiorry. Fiorry is actually a networking and dating app that is focused on not only creating a safe space for all users, but also a very inclusive space for everyone, including the LGBT community, and they're giving back to the trans community. This is something that immediately caught my attention, and I was like, you know what, sign me up. I'll try it. I'll use it. I actually had an opportunity to talk to the CEO and the marketing director, and not only did they assure me that they're doing their best to focus on safety, on inclusion, making sure that everyone feels welcome and represented, but that they're also giving back. And what they did is that they created a program. It's called the Transition Goals Funding Program. Basically what that is that every single time that they hit a 15,000 user milestone, they're going to be giving back to the trans community $5,000 to 5 different trans users. They can use this money to help fund their transition in any way they want. And I was like, wow, that is amazing. That is something that I've never heard another dating app doing, first of all. 2, it's so needed because we need all the support in the world. You guys know, if you're transgender, how expensive transitioning can be. Also, the trans community has been going through a lot. So to know that we have an entire company, an entire community here at Fiorry that is supporting us, that is giving back to what we need the most, which is to be able to become the best version of ourselves, that is incredible. It is 100% free to use and download, and it's available for all phones. So whether you have an iPhone or an Android, you can go down at the description below. You're gonna find all their social media and their website, where you can go and hit the links and download the app. I actually downloaded the app about 2 months ago, and you can find me there. You can message me. It's really been fun because I've been able to find old friends, make new friends. And it's not just for dating, like I said. You can network, you can talk to different people, you can also feel like you're being represented. The way it is when you create your profile is that it's very specific on how to define yourself, your gender identity, your sexual orientation. Everything is included, so you can feel like you can be yourself. So that's it, you guys. Make sure you check Fiorry out. And without further ado, let's get into the video. First topic I wanted to talk to you guys about is anatomy. When anyone asks or says, wait, is it going to look like a real vagina? That to me is just not even a thing. Like, it is a vagina. It will always be a vagina. 1, scars. And I've talked about this before. You got, the vagina right here. And there are 2 scars coming from the top all the way down. One side did scar a little more than the other, so one scar is a little more visible, but I have to say it doesn't bother me. One way that you can use your hair to disguise the scars is by creating whatever shape you feel is attractive to you in order to make it not as noticeable. And I say this because for me, I chosen to have that, a little bit of hair, just to kind of like, make things look a little more balanced. And I don't mind a little bit of hair there. It's very nice and trimmed and, feminine and pretty, and that's how I like it. Also, the clitoris. People ask me, how does the clitoris look? In my case, I feel like my clitoris is It's fine. I don't have any issues. It's hard to describe. Normally, clitoris will have a little bit of skin over it, kind of like a little hood. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is your lips. Your outer lips sometimes can be different sizes. Sometimes you can have a little bit of an outie or a little bit of an innie. It all depends on your anatomy. In my case, I am pleased with the size. I am pleased with the balance between both outer labia, and I have no problems with that. I feel like Dr. Brassard did an amazing job, and I'm very pleased with how aesthetically pleasing it looks to me. Let's talk about sensitivity. One of the number one things we worry about is, am I going to lose sensitivity? Is this going to affect the way I feel down there? I've talked about orgasms, how I was able to orgasm literally a month and a half after surgery. I had a wet dream, which was crazy. I talked about these on a video like years ago, playlist. Also, the fact that I'm able to orgasm after only maybe 10 minutes of touching myself. TMI, I know, but I told you guys I would be as honest as I can. And the reason why I mentioned this is because originally, I remember the first time I touched myself because I was testing my equipment out, doctor's orders. It took me almost like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours to be able to reach an orgasm. And it wasn't like the greatest orgasm because I was very scared. I was being very careful not to hurt myself. But then, obviously with lots of practice and years of experience, I've gotten to a point where if I want to, it can take me between 10 to 20 minutes to reach a full-blown orgasm. God, my mom's gonna hate me. I have full sensation in my lips. I feel like I have pretty good sensation in the vagina canal. So if I was having penetration, vaginal sex, I feel like I can feel everything. And of course, the most important one, the G-spot. You know, numero uno, the clitoris is, I feel, doing very well. I have full sensation there. Of course, it's one of the main spots for you to stimulate yourself if you want to reach an orgasm. Now, I have noticed that sensitivity is very tied to hormones and hormone levels. So this is something that you as a trans woman need to make sure you're keeping up with. Your hormone levels can and will affect how you feel down there. It is all connected. So if your hormone levels are off, you might have a hard time getting off. Get it? And also make sure that you're taking care of your vag, making sure that you're being very nice to it, especially during the time of recovery. That you're not jumping straight into sex. Because guess what? You will have sex a lot for the rest of your life if you want to. You don't have to rush into it. Let it heal. Give it time. And with that, I'm gonna segue into our last topic of the video, which is sex. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. How do you have sex after such a life-changing, sort of transformative, reconstructive surgery? Let's just be clear, guys. Sex, whether it's with a vagina or a penis or any other body part, is sex. You don't have to call it normal sex or regular sex if it's not cisgender sex. I feel like a lot of times people want to, categorize cis heterosexual sex as normal sex. Every sex is normal as long as you feel consensual and you are enjoying it. So let's make that clear. First of all. 2, your vagina after surgery, functionality speaking, will work like any other vagina. If you choose to have a vagina canal, because not everyone will have a vagina canal created during surgery. Some women opt not to have a vagina canal. But if you do, then dilating, which I've spoken so many times on my videos, is crucial. So important for you to dilate, guys, because dilating will make sure that you keep that vagina canal ready for sex if you want to have vaginal penetration sex. Hi, Mom. Let's talk about my experience a little bit because that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. And personally, I've had very good experiences, I believe, with vaginal sex. I have to say, when I first started having sex, I was so scared because I waited a full year a full year before I started having sex. Also, it can be a little painful at first. And you know, you have to learn how to relax the muscles. You have to learn how to ride that wave. Oh gosh, we're going there, guys. We're going there. It's happening. Also, be patient and make sure that your partner is patient with you. You have to make sure that you take things slow at first. And yes, you might bleed a little bit, totally normal. You might have a little bit of spotting after. That can happen. Always make sure that sex is consensual. 1, 2, safe. Always for protection if you feel like you need to. Like if you're with a long-time partner that you trust, then you might opt not to have or use protection, but that is something that I definitely always recommend. I've been able to try different positions to feel comfortable with my partner, to have vaginal sex and enjoy it and orgasm. I've found that it's easier when I am actively helping stimulate the clitoris as I am being penetrated. Oh God, this is so explicit. I personally was also very lucky, and I've talked about this in the past, that my surgeon, Dr. Pierre Brassard, once again, such a genius, was able to create a vagina that is self-lubricating. A lot of people ask me about this, and I want to reiterate it. Yes, I can get wet all by myself. Does it help to use lube? Absolutely. Should you? Probably. But do I have to? 100% not, because I can get really, really wet all by myself. Thank you, Dr. Brassard, so much, because I can understand that that can be an issue for a lot of people. And a lot of women don't want to have to bother with lube, and it just makes things a lot easier when you have a slippery slide instead of a, you know. I think we're gonna stop, guys. Sorry. I think that wine is finally hitting me. Oh God. I did not expect to get this detailed. Total genius. Dr. Brassard gave me a vagina that I not only am I proud of, I'm happy to look at every single day, but that is 100% fully functional in every sense of the way. Anyways, guys, if you are not feeling awkward yet, then I guess you're the only one, because I definitely am, and I'm gonna stop this video right now. And thank you guys for your time. I hope I was able to answer a lot of your questions. I know there's probably a lot more, so if you have any, please put them on the comments below. I will do my best to get to all of them. Also, don't forget to check out Fiorry on the description. Download the app, 100% free, giving back to the trans community. I will see you there. Make sure you knock on my door and say hello. And that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'll talk to you guys soon. Ciao, ciao.